excited to be part of this process, the 10th National Students Conference, which is coming on the 10th of December. We were here again last year, around almost same time. Today is the 10th of December, at the 10th National Students Conference. And today, again, is the international, this today marks the 10th, the 71st anniversary of the International Human Rights Day. Again, today marks the end of the 16 days of activism, which started on the 25th of November, coming to an end today on the 10th of December. Also, just maybe try to remind the delegates in terms of the theme for this year's Human Rights Day, the International Human Rights Day, stand up for your rights. And I'm excited that we are here again as students and other stakeholders standing up for our sexual and reproductive health rights. Just also to remind the delegates that when we are talking of 16 days of activism, which I said is coming to an end today, literally, yes, it's coming to an end today, but activism to eliminate gender-based violence from our society and from our community is supposed to be an everyday thing. I'm encouraged again by the discussions that have been going on under Mugota and under Web for Life, which again, in a way, is giving us some assurance that there is hope and determination to eliminate gender-based violence from our society. In a way, again, I'm excited to highlight that we are gathered here at this 10th National Students Conference, which marks part of the journey that SAYWHAT has been going on with a number of partners and stakeholders to eliminate challenges that are being faced by the students within the tertiary institutions. I'm excited that today we are also gathered here. Last year we were here and we raised about 3 issues to our guest of honor, who happened to be the Deputy Minister of Health. We raised one. First issue was around sexual harassment within our tertiary institutions. The second issue was around the issue of accommodation. And again, the same issue is being discussed again here about accommodation. The third issue that we raised was around the issue of art administration, the administration of antiretroviral therapy within our tertiary institutions. We have heard the girls here and the boys confirming that within our tertiary institutions, even up to now, we still have our own students who are living positively. And these students are not living positively simply, they are living positively simply because they were born HIV positive. So we also celebrate that they have managed to get to a university level. Now the challenge is, how then can we ensure that we continuously improve the quality of life for these students? And I want to also highlight and give feedback that after we raised this issue during last year's National Students Conference, the Deputy Minister initiated a process whereby college clinics, nurses were trained on art administration. Yes, important also to continuously highlight that not all clinics within our tertiary institutions are providing art. We are quite hopeful that very soon, with the time, the clinics are going to be capacitated such that we can be able to access art as students within our tertiary institutions without necessarily moving some distances. Therefore, in that regard, we highly appreciate this platform as a platform where we can collectively reflect on the challenges and dialogue with various stakeholders on how best we can address the issues that are affecting students within the tertiary institutions. This time, this conference is coming at a time that SAYWHAT is also celebrating 16 years of existence within Zimbabwe. It's a journey that we've worked together with several partners. I'm informed that tonight, Tonight, again, we are going to be celebrating the 16 years that SAYWHAT has been in existence. We are going again to celebrate within the context of the conference theme. We celebrate collectively with the stakeholders, the key achievements that have been gained thus far. We have seen a lot of improvements in terms of the responses around sexual and reproductive health within our tertiary institutions and generally within our community as well. Yes, young people are still faced with a number of challenges, but it's quite encouraging in terms of how the stakeholders are collectively working together. We need also to celebrate and acknowledge that the reality on the ground is fast changing. We are living in a very changing, things are changing every day. The ICT development that is taking place right now is also bringing with it some other challenges in terms of sexual and reproductive health. We have seen some of the contemporary issues and the challenges within the tertiary institutions affecting our young people, regenerating themselves and even actually evolving. Therefore, there is a need for us to collectively find ways of rethinking our strategies in terms of addressing the challenges that the young people are facing. The reality on the ground, ladies and gentlemen, is that we have done multiple campaigns, but youth are still engaging in risky sexual behaviors. The reality on the ground, ladies and gentlemen, is we have distributed millions of condoms, but we still have STIs that are prevalent amongst young people. The reality on the ground is that we have done several youth-focused programs, but new HIV infections are still on the rise, which is quite a major concern. Just last week, there was the International Conference on AIDS and STIs, which was hosted by Kigali. There are concerns that if we don't do much in terms of reducing or eliminating new infections, it will be an illusion for us to think that we are going to attain the SDGs in 2030. Therefore, we must also be concerned with the reality on the ground that we still have new infections that are emerging amongst young people. There have been engagements at various levels to address sexual harassment within our tertiary institutions. But the reality on the ground, ladies and gentlemen, we still have sexual harassment within the tertiary institutions. We are even failing to come up with a common and shared perspective on a number of key issues when we are addressing issues to do with sexual reproductive health, which then means that there is need for us to find a common ground, whereby how then can we ensure that facts and values are brought together and we discuss in terms of value issues and the reality on the ground so that we can address the issues that are affecting the young people within our tertiary institutions. We have laws to protect young women and girls from rape, abuse, and violence, but actually we are losing lives of young women through violence, which is something that we need to deal with. Sadly, the resources are getting limited despite the emerging challenges amongst young people. Therefore, we need to move to business unusual. Yesterday, as part of the pre-conference, we hosted a research in-dab. Part of the conversations with the research in-dab, the agenda was for us to find ways of understanding systematically the challenges that are affecting the young people. Having invested so much this far, but we are still faced with the same challenges. The question now is what are we doing wrong? So the whole idea of the research in was to find some ways or strategies. How can we interrogate and go deeper and find the challenges that the young people are facing and come up possibly with the practical solutions? This then means that there is need for us, ladies and gentlemen, to do some bit of rethinking without being too pessimistic and painting a rather gloomy picture. We have to accept that Zimbabwe still has multiple challenges that need collective attention. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, we need to rethink our strategies. We need to rethink our approaches. We need to rethink our attitudes. We need to rethink our perceptions. We need to rethink our collaborations. We need to rethink our partnership, be it at local level, at college level, at national level. Let's rethink our partnership. Is our partnership working? If our partnership is not working, how can we come up with a practical partnership that can result in us attaining the objectives that we want, whereby young people can enjoy their sexual and reproductive health rights and have even a great future? In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, let me put up some bit of challenges to every one of us. Having been informed by invariable need for everyone to play a role in addressing sexual and reproductive health challenges and make Zimbabwe better, I challenge every one of us to ask themselves some tough questions. In 2020 and beyond, what will I do differently to be a responsible young person, to be a responsible student? What are you going to do differently? What we have not been doing over the years? Now, like I said, let's rethink. What will I do differently to contribute to ending sexual reproductive health challenges affecting young people? What will I do differently to change my life? What will I do differently to be counted amongst the demographic dividend in Africa? Ladies and gentlemen, what are we going to do differently as young people for us to stop complaining a lot? To the college authorities, what is your college going to do differently to address sexual and reproductive health challenges in your respective college? And what should we do differently to help Zimbabwe come out of the current challenges that we are faced with? Ladies and gentlemen, it might be inevitable at times to tell lies and misrepresent the situation. Ladies and gentlemen, I will repeat, it might be inevitable at times to tell lies or misrepresent information of the progress that we have made. However, the reality is, it becomes very dangerous when we start believing your own lies. I thank you.